Yes. Let's see who gets on. I'll give it a few minutes here. Yankees are up 6-5 in the ninth. What a comeback on Clone Capone. That's right, baby. IKF made up for it with his bat. He had a not great play earlier with his glove. Two of them actually made up for it with the go-ahead hit here. So hopefully the Yankees attack on a run or two, and then they'll shut them down in the top of the ninth, which would be phenomenal. Right, Christian? Heck yeah, let's go. Let's go, Yankees, man. Let's go. Come on, Trevino, run it out. 7-5, Trevino. Yep. Yes, he did, Sivian. Cole aside from a bad inning, man, he would have gotten out of those innings. He made those plays. But, he needed to buckle down and do that. Anyway, he didn't do it. But Cole just got a no decision. So, and he pitched well, except for two bad mistakes. So, and that pitch that Salvador Perez, it was like 101 miles an hour. So he hit a really good pitch, a high fastball. So, Christian, good day. Good girls are good, man. I appreciate you for asking, man. Thank you. Yeah, man. It's nothing better than having all these girls, man. Oh, Barlow, they knocked Barlow out of the game. Looks like they're changing pitchers. It's 7-5 Yankees. Runners on second and third, and the bottom of the eighth. So, come back, baby. Come back. Love it. Judge might get another bat. Yeah, maybe. Hopefully Clay Holmes will come in and shut these guys down. So, but this is a real comeback right here. I'm really happy to see it. I was confident that they were coming back, and I was starting to get a little bit worried because they blew a lot of opportunities too. So, like they've been doing quite a bit. Mariners got Castillo. You're trolling again, dude. That hasn't happened. That's not happened. Nope. They did not get Castillo. Stop trying to prank us, Mr. Santiago. Prankster. Benny so far is pretty good so far. It's going to take a few games, few days or whatever, but Jeff Passan. Wow, this is accurate. This is true. Well, they're finalizing a deal to acquire right-hander Castillo from the Cincinnati Reds. It's kind of confusing, but I don't see him as being the big piece there for Seattle. I think Seattle needs more than that, but Yankees better pivot, and they better pivot now. They just lost their primary target. So, wow. I'm putting this out here for a second. I'm going to put a video up on this, obviously, tomorrow. And I will, all the other details. Look at this. Last time we were on, 2 days ago, we did a live stream. The Yankees got Benintendi. Now Castillo's going to the Mariners. Jeff Passan. Wow. It's not official yet. Their source tells ESPN. That's what Passan is reporting now. It's not official yet. It just says they're finalizing a deal. A source tells ESPN. And Joe Musgrove is nearing a 5-year, $100 million extension with the San Diego Padres. So it looks like they're going to keep him probably the top pitcher on the free agent market. He's going to come off the market. So, wow, the Mariners. I don't understand Mariners. Okay. Well, the Yankees better pivot and do something now. Because if they're not going to get him, they need to get two pitchers. I mean, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Wow. It's crazy. That's crazy. Thanks for putting this up. I appreciate that because I hadn't seen anything yet, and it really hasn't come out yet. So it just says breaking. This is 10:21 p.m. So 3 minutes ago. They're finalizing a deal. It's crazy because it's not on ESPN. It's not on MLBTradeRumors.com. It's not on anywhere else right now. But let me check the Yankees here. By the way, smash that like button if you haven't done so yet, if you don't mind. We got to get we want to get these likes up really quickly. No, franchise, exactly not what you want. You're 100% right. But to answer your question, Princess, I'm pretty happy Salvador Benintendi. It'll take him a few games to adapt, but he's getting a little bit better. So yeah, like, oh yeah, Tom Kozinski, Castillo to the Mariners. Castillo Mariners are taking Ryan. I still think the Castillo. I don't know. It's just confusing. I guess they're trying to plan long term because they're pretty far from Houston. I can't see them overtaking Houston in that division, the West. So the Yankees are no longer on Luis Castillo, Aiden. Castillo's going to the Mariners. He's getting traded to the Mariners, Aiden Davila. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's nuts. That is nuts. That is nuts. Otani and Bednar would be kind of cool. I mean, I didn't. You know what? Syndergaard, I'm okay with, but they have to get someone else. Montas and Syndergaard would be better, or Montas and Martin Perez, one righty, one lefty. I'm still of the opinion they need two starters. So especially now, or Lopez, Pablo Lopez. You pivot to the Marlins right now. Try to get Lopez and try to get Joey Wendell too, if you can. Try it. Alcantara is not going anywhere, Mr. Santiago. They've already said DJ just walked. The bases are loaded. And Judge is coming up with the bases loaded. They said that everybody but Alcantara is available. The Marlins said that. So, and yeah, I mean, that would be kind of nuts. No, we're not screwed yet, Mr. Santiago. We're not screwed. The deadline hasn't happened yet. The Yankees still have plenty of moves that they could make. So, let's not put the panic button just yet. Montas and Lopez would be phenomenal. Yeah, Castillo's headed to Seattle. Headed to Seattle. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. To Judge. Grand slam. Grand slam opposite field. Number 41. Number 41. It is now 11. Was it 11-5? Okay. Grand slam, Aaron Judge. It's 11-5. The Yankees have scored. They scored 8 runs this inning in the bottom of the 8th. Opposite field grand slam for Aaron Judge. Unbelievable. 41, baby. That makes me feel a little bit better about the Mariners getting Castillo. I'll tell you this. I'm happy that the Dodgers did not get him. I'm happy that the Astros did not get him. So that's all I'll say about that. I mean, there's nothing we can do now if he's going to Seattle. I don't see the logic, but whatever. Wow, unbelievable. Wow. That's a big one. All right, well, Judge, he's got 41 now. Let's see. Yeah, I wonder what it doesn't say what Seattle's given up for him yet, so it's not finalized, obviously. Let's see. Mariners just came up on MLB trade rumors. Seattle is likely to send 4 prospects to Cincinnati, including top shortstop prospect Noel V. Marte. They asked for Volpe earlier today, Cincinnati, so I'm not surprised the Yankees kind of backed off a little bit. So Noel V. Marte and 3 other prospects. I haven't done the full package, but Noel V. Marte, let's see here. Let's do this. MLB's top 100 prospects. Okay. Let's see where Noel V. Marte resides here. We got 114 people, only got 30 likes. Let's get them likes up to 100 really quickly if we can, guys and gals. 4 Train Express. The Mariners are getting Luis Castillo. They're finalizing it right now, brother. Right now. Noel V. Marte. Let's check him in the top 100 baseball prospects. Noel V. Volpe 7. Okay. Noel V. Marte is number 18. He's number 18 prospect overall. He's the Seattle Mariners number 1 prospect. He's their number 1 prospect, so I'm not surprised they asked for Volpe. Yankees said no, but they got the Mariners number 1 prospect and 3 more guys. Don't know who they are yet. So that we'll get you that info once it comes out. So they better pivot to Montas. They better pivot to Martin Perez. They better make some moves quickly. Ola's in the house. Ola, the Mariners are swiping Luis Castillo. They're finalizing a deal to get him right now. Well, this Lorenzo, it might increase the chances of Ohtani. The Yankees put out an offer already for Ohtani. I don't know what's in the offer, but I think Benintendi takes them out of the Soto mark. I think. I mean, but they haven't confirmed that he has done yet. So, um, you know, well, you said last night the Pirates were tired of being fleeced. But I mean, the Reds have been fleeced before too. So I'm not surprised that they asked for Volpe, and I'm not surprised that they held to it. They didn't back down because they initially said, "What is this? A double? Labor Torres ground double." Unbelievable. They're still pouring it on here. Runners on second and third. Uh, Montas is still available. So I could see Cashman pivoting quickly and making a move tonight. It might happen during this live stream. Like last 2 days ago, we broke Benintendi news. So you never know what can happen. You really, really don't. Volpe for Soto or Ohtani, not Castillo. And well, most definitely it will cost Volpe for those guys. Absolutely. In hard 13. Absolutely. Yassim Mohammed. Yeah, I mean, I would really like to get Pablo Lopez. Sandy Alcantara is a no-go. They've already said he's the only one that's untouchable. So get Lopez. And Lopez has an extra controllable year over Castillo, so I would like him anyway. Plus, he's 2 or 3 years younger than Castillo, so I'll take the youth and the extra controllable year. It would cost quite a bit, but Robert, he is going to the Mariners. They're finalizing the deal right now. Jeff Passan, MLBTradeRumors.com. It's kind of all over the place now. So, 8 runs this inning, 11-5 Yankees. Oh gosh, we don't know yet, Aiden, where he's going. We don't know. Probably increases the chance of him coming to the Yankees, though. Do we value Volpe higher because he's local? Well, I don't know, but he's a legit player, and he keeps getting better. And he keeps adapting to each level. He keeps getting better. So he's one of those guys that you have to hold on unless you get an Ohtani or a Soto. Like you can't give him up for a Luis Castillo. You can't. I wouldn't even give him up. I wouldn't even give him up for Pablo Lopez. I would give up Peraza and some other guys and a pitching prospect, but we'll see. Benintendi clutch shit, yeah. No, we need an ace. So Benintendi got his first hit, got an RBI too. Things are just coming along. Slowly. Don't panic yet, Santiago. It's still early. There's still plenty of guys they could get. So, do we have the whole thing here? Reds received Noelvi Marte, the number 1, number 3, Andrew Moore, pitcher, and Levi Stout. Okay, so let's go to Reds top prospects. Okay, Reds top prospects, and let's pull these guys up. So they got their number 1. Actually, no, he's not their number 1. Oh wait, no, sorry, Mariners top prospects. Shoot, Mariners top prospects. Let's pull that back. So Jonathan's got. Okay, Mariners top prospects. Yeah, Noelvi's number 1. Arroyo's number 3. Well, the other guys, Andrew Moore is their number. What was the other guy? Levi Strout. Andrew Moore. And Levi Strout. Wait a minute, those guys. They might be already on the team because they're not in the top 30 prospects. So, but they got their 1 and 3. That would have been Volpe and Peraza for the Yankees. So 2 shortstop prospects to the Reds. So just to put it in perspective, that would have been a haul. So I'm not surprised the Yankees passed. Had they wanted, Volpe and Peraza, that would have been crazy. I wouldn't have done it. I would have passed too. So, with this, not yet, Santiago. I mean, it sucks that they didn't get him, but there's other guys. There's other things that they could do. Let's get them likes up, gang. Let's get them up really quickly. I want to get over 100 so that we can kind of coast the rest of the way. 6 RBI for Judge. Yeah, Judge's on fire too. Yeah, me too, but it didn't happen. Now it's time to move. Morning Brew, Judge, baby. Yep. And you already know I texted you. Castillo to the Mariners, baby. Castillo to the Mariners. So they gave up a lot for Castillo. That's a big time pay But I guess the Mariners are going to go for it. I guess they still need other pieces, but unless they plan on giving him a big extension, that's all I can think of. I can't think of anything else. So Otani would be interesting. He'd be fascinating. But yeah, it's time to pivot. I'm sure Cashman's already pivoting. And I'm sure he knows more, already too. So I'm sure he's pivoting. We do have a legit chance. We have to add to the starting rotation and the bullpen. Both. They gave up 4 prospects, number 1 and number 3 back there. So that, in our case, it would have been Volpe and Peraza for Castillo. So I'm not surprised that the Yankees passed. So, yeah, Alcantara is untouchable. Untouchable. He's the only untouchable for the Marlins. They've already said they're not trading Alcantara. Everybody but Alcantara. So, what's good, Boricua Nation? What is happening? Boricua, I don't know if you heard, but Luis Castillo is going to the Seattle Mariners. We are close, but we have some holes. Benintendi is going to help balance this lineup out a little bit. So, and yeah, I'm happy IKF made up with his not great glove work today with his bat with the go ahead hit. I'm glad, the game winning hit, most likely. So I'm glad he did that. I felt better after he did that. I don't know if it's true they're going to. I'm hearing we were working on a trade for Contreras and David Robertson. Nothing's happened yet. Nothing's happened yet for the Mets. They made a trade last night for a Tyler Naquin, I don't know, for an outfielder and a relief pitcher. So, but that's not going to be the big move. It's probably going to be Contreras and either Happ or Contreras and David Robertson. Robertson represents a more immediate need than Happ does. They have their outfielders pretty full already. So, yeah, no doubt, Boricua. It has to be, no doubt. Perfect ace. Now with Castillo off the board, it's gonna be Montas or Pablo Lopez. That was a huge price tag for Castillo, bigger than I thought. It was a big ass price tag. So shows the premium on starting pitching. That's a big price tag. We didn't sleep on him, JT. The Reds overpaid big time for him. They overpaid big time. Bieber is another intriguing. And the Mets, not the Mets, the Indians are listening to offers on their pitcher. So, and the Guardians, I keep saying Guardians. Keep saying Indians. The Guardians are listening on their starting pitcher. So Bieber could be an option. I would love Bieber. He'll cost probably same as Castillo, or maybe even more. Phillies about Nola, maybe, yeah. Higashioka doesn't call. I heard the Phillies are in on Ian Happ too. Santiago, I'm wondering if Cashman does something while we're on here. I'm really wondering. So that's why I'm refreshing everything. And then once the game is over, I'm gonna put on the. We got 1 out, top of the 9th. Yankees are up 11-5. 2 outs to go. Wandy Peralta's on the mound, so they can close this out. Bieber, I would pick Bieber. If I could get either one with the package, I would do Bieber first and then Lopez. But I would love both. And he won a Cy Young too. So I like both of them though. So get Otani to give the finger. Will the Phillies put Wheeler on? I don't know. I think the Phillies probably want to add. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not positive. Stout. So they got their 1, 3, and 5. Wonderful. That's a big ass package. That's a huge package. 1, 3, and 5. This sets the pitching market really high. Really, really high. So that's not Rodon. I would pass on Rodon. He's already passed his innings limit. He's already exercised his opt-out up to 110 innings. I don't see the point, honestly, of going for Rodon. You might not even get him for the rest of the year, and he might not even stay healthy. I would pass on him. Urias? You mean Urias from the Dodgers? I don't think the Dodgers will move him. I don't think they would. They need to add pitching. So, and they'll probably be more aggressive now for Montas and whoever else. Daniel, I thought Benintendi took us out of the Soto market, but I could be wrong now. They might pivot harder to cut Soto now because whoever pitcher they get is probably going to cost less than Castillo cost. So, the Soto Castillo thing was a pipe dream. They were not going to get both. But Soto and Montas will cost less. It's just I don't know. I still see the Dodgers getting Soto, but I think the Padres should get him. But I'm curious. I mean, again, you could get probably Montas and Martin Perez from the Texas Rangers for the same price of a Luis Castillo. 2 for 1, I would do. You're still going for pitching, WWS. Oh, let's get over 100 likes, Kenneth. We have 216 people. You guys are the best. Thanks so much for hanging out with me on a Friday night. I really appreciate you. Let's try to get to 200 likes if we can. So smash that button if you're new, if you're leaving. Uh-oh. Ground ball booted by DJ. Runners on first and second and 1 out. Astros are beating up the Mariners. Yeah. No surprise. Ohtani and Montas would be freaking awesome too. We didn't pass on Castillo. Well, Sean, we kind of did. They asked for too much. The Mariners massive overpay for Castillo, so that's why. And if I remember correctly, Ohtani didn't want to come to New York, but I don't remember him saying that. I remember someone else said it, but I don't know. Matt F. Now they asked for Volpe and more, well, maybe Volpe and Peraza, so I wouldn't have done that either for Castillo. So that's a lot for Castillo. Skubal from maybe. I mean, apparently everybody's talking about this guy Tarek Skubal now from Detroit. So, and maybe could be 117. Let's shoot up to 200 likes, gang, if we can. I'm still 50-50 WWS on Soto. I really am. I think they still have to. They still have to focus on pitching. And honestly, I don't think Soto's going to go until the last minute. But again, keep in mind the the off season of 2009, they got CC Sabathia and AJ Burnett, right? The free agency, and then like in February, right before spring training, it could have been a couple of days before spring training, they brought in Mark Teixeira, put him over the top. So there's something. I see Cashman striking for somebody on trade deadline day. I still think he's going to make a move or two before it, but I think he's going to make a big or some kind of surprising move on trade deadline day, which I'm looking forward to. So, yeah, Mariners gave 3 of their top 5 for Castillo, and then another prospect too, Chris. Yeah, that's a lot for Castillo. That's ridiculous. So, Bass, Lopez and that'd be a big trade, you see. That'd be a big trade. Oh, strikeout, 2 outs. 1 out to go, and the Yankees win. You'd have to give up Volpe for Soto. You probably have to give him up for Ohtani too, Billy. I could be wrong, but definitely for Soto. There's no way you can Soto without Volpe. And Dominguez. Forget about it. But yeah, they might be able to do Dominguez and Dominguez and Peraza and some other guys for Ohtani, maybe. Because Ohtani's got a year and a half of control left, so could be. Montas and Lopez sounds really good to me. Yeah, Castillo's heading to Seattle. Yes, indeed. Ohtani would be great here. California's a big market, so I'm sure he can handle it. New York is different, big market. New York will eat you alive if you don't play well. So this, and so it's a different zoo than California. But I'd be surprised. We'll see what happens. I'm not sleeping on Brian Cashman. I think he's still going to come up with some stuff. So, and now that Castillo's off the board, he kind of has to strike quickly, in my opinion, again. So I think he will. And 4 strikeout, end the game. Yankees win 11-5. Judge the star of the game. 2 home runs, that's 41. IKF with the go-ahead hit. Cole when he threw 6 innings too. He had 9 or 10 strikeouts. He had that 1 bad inning in the 5th, where had he yet not made a couple of errors, he would have gotten out of it sooner. But he wasn't able to hold him down, unfortunately. So, but he got a no decision, and Yankees win. So 2 games left against Kansas City. If they win tomorrow, they win the series. So let's keep it going. Boricua, yeah. I mean, the judge thing, paying judge, not going to happen until in the off season anyway. So that's not happening before the deadline. But you know, I'm sure they'll want to do it again, but we'll see. Offer him some more money, but I mean, it sounds as if Judge is like, just let me get my MVP and raise my money, and it sounds like he's almost mentally checked out based on some of his interviews that he's giving. So, but yeah, exactly. Cashman might get beat sometimes, but he's not reckless. He's not going to make stupid trades. You know what I mean? Now, speaking of that, let's check. Yeah, Frankie Montas is now the Yankees' top target, as per John Heyman. They're still on Martin Perez and Jose Quintana. I mean, Perez and Quintana would be nice, but they have to be the second starter that they get. It can't be the first guy. Like Montez and Quintana, okay, okay. Or Montez and Perez, okay. But it's got to be a clear number two. Now let's see here. If we get the Yankees update here, he's the prime target now. Montez, and they can get Montez for less than Castillo. So, and a lot of us wanted Montez in the beginning of the year. I remember that too, and the A's were kind of going there. And I mean, they might get, I don't know, Montez and someone else from the A's, but Blackburn, you can get Montez and Paul Blackburn, who's that other starter there. He was an all-star this year, surprisingly. So they could get two starters from Oakland. But we'll see. 11-5 win for the Yankees. Phenomenal. Great day. We'll take it. Now we are on trade watch. Have a great night, Chris. We're on trade watch, man. Trade watch, baby. Yeah, Sean, I would like Montez and Lopez or any combination of those three guys. Any two of those three guys, I should say. Yeah, we've talked about that, Gerald, early on. It's Jeff Passon's confirmed. It's on MLBTradeRumors.com, ESPN. Let me actually go to. Now that the game is over, I'm transferring from the app. I'm going to go to MLB Network or ESPN to see if we can get some intel here. Usually MLB Network breaks before the ESPN, so we'll see what we can do. Yeah, man. Bieber too. I would be going hard after Bieber. At the very least, you'd try to sneak in and get an offer. At the very least, Scuba would be costly, yeah, but why the hell not? He's got a lot of controllable years, and I think he's coachable. He might be able to develop him a little differently. So put him under Matt Blake, Brian Reynolds. I feel like I was talking to Derek the other day in my recaps. And I kind of agree that the Pirates might be like, you know what, you guys fleeced our asses on Clay Holmes, kicked our asses on it. And I'm not sure if we're going to give you Reynolds or Bednar. Like, I don't want you fleecing us again. Even though they've got a great trade history. But I would like Brian Reynolds. Believe me, Reynolds and Benintendi would be phenomenal. I think Gallo gets moved. Yeah. I think he knows that. I mean, he admitted it, and it is. Yeah, Pirates know they get their ass kicked by Cashman, Morning Brew. No doubt. Noel Marti, yeah, as part of the Castillo trade. Yeah, 1, 3, and 5 from the Mariners for Castillo. That's crazy, man. Yeah, Reynolds is on paternity leave, so congratulations to the Reynolds family for having a baby. So I would like Pablo Lopez. I mean, Ohtani is like the sexy pick now. I'm not sure he'll be moved, but do you think Judge will not accept the deal? But he's not getting $500 million from anybody. There's no way in the world he gets $500 million. The team would be stupid. And if somebody offers him $500 million, peace, dude. Good luck. $500 million. That's nuts. Yankees get someone no Dollar Tree shopping. Yeah, and exactly. I mean, none of this shopping at Walmart. You gotta go to the Tiffany store. None of this stuff. No, they're gonna get people again. It's just beginning. We are days from the deadline. This is how things work. Things get crazy once Yankees drew first blood, and then someone else is doing. My God, with these trolls, man. Come on with the porn trolls. Get out of here, folks. Got him. Cashman's working. He's working the phones. Don't be surprised if we hear, Bernie, come on. They're not prepared to offer Judge $500 million. Come on. Drury looks possible, and maybe. I mean, maybe you can do. You still do a trade. I would try to go after me. Try to go after Tyler Molly and Drury or something like that or whatever. Why is Cashman pissing you off, Timothy? They got Benintendi so far. Good work, Ola. Zapping these people, zap these people's man. Mods get the, exactly, bro. Mods take care of this business, man. That's how we do it here. Sean, at the end of I think we're gonna get Montas now. He's probably gonna have to overpay a little bit to get Montas just to make sure they get Montas. But the overpay for Montas is not gonna be the same as the overpay for Castillo. So Miley's not vaccinated, Tyler. Neither is Brandon Drury. So that could create a problem too. Which is why I mean they wouldn't be my first picks. So Colin. Yeah. Yeah, I mean Cole's been going 7 or 8. He went 6 today, and from that inning kind of got to him. I wish that the defense just keeps letting this guy down too, man. They make a lot of errors in Cole games, man. What the freak is going on with the defense, man? John Boy's insiders. I don't. Peraza is the Yankees' real guy. Peraza is the most major league ready. I think Volpe has the highest upside. They could both play. I don't buy any person's insider stuff. People got sources. I don't buy it. What about Fulmer for Penn? I would go after Fulmer. I would like to go after Andrew Chafin, but he's also not vaccinated. So for Montas, I would give up probably, let's see, Everson Pereira. You have to give up an infield, maybe Oswaldo Cabrera. You might have to give up Oswald Peraza. Something like that. It wouldn't be as big as the Mariners trade. The Reds definitely fleeced them. They were trying to fleece the Yankees, so good. I'm glad they didn't get fleeced. Gregory Soto, I would love. He would cost a bit because he's their closer and he's got several years of control. But I would love him. Him and Fulmer would be a phenomenal duo for the bullpen. Like my God, Barlow's getting his ass kicked for anybody Yankees. So I like him. He's still, but the Yankees have been owning the guy. So I wouldn't sleep on Barlow, but he's not. I mean, I don't like him. I don't want him before like David Bednar or Gregory Soto. I would like Gregory Soto too. So Tanaka, Joey Gallo, and the Montes. Yeah, I don't think the A's will take Joey Gallo. It's wasted. The A's want to get control of the players, and he's just like a wasted body. He really is. Yeah, should have had that ball, but you know what? He made up for it with his bat, so he's forgiven in my book. Barlow's want to come. I don't know. Bieber and Montes need to be the target. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Bring back Mo. Oh, God, yeah. Castillo could pitch Monday against the Yankees. Yeah, he could. He really could. He could. What's good, ball with AC? What is happening, man? Montas is the Yankees made. Yep, that's right, Billy Branch. Yep. Don't see Yankees. I'm not. Yeah, I don't see Otani being moved to anybody. I think that's a lot of smokescreen stuff. Yeah, Lopez is my first choice before Montas, in my opinion. So, but we'll see what happens. They could beat the Blue Jays. They could beat the Twins. Brian, the Astros, I struggle with. Otani, Aaron Judge. Thank you so much for the generosity, man. Can't be mad. Mariners went all out. Yeah, they went all out. They got fleeced. No doubt about it. You can't fault them for that. So I can't fault the Yankees for that either. That would have been a ridiculous move. Volpe and Peraza, come on. That's a Juan Soto type package, not a Luis Castillo package. So I you know, so it's all good. Waldichuk, I hope he's in. I mean, they better not trade him for anybody. Honestly, I hope he's in the rotation in 2023. I want to give him a starting spot and just let Tyrone walk. So I think we still beat Toronto. Only way Yanks get Otani is if they trade Stanton to the Dodgers. And I'm not trading Stanton. Especially, I don't think they will get him anyway. The Dodgers. Why would the Dodgers? They could sign Judge in the offseason. Why would they trade for Stanton? I mean, the deadline is not over yet, folks. We still have moves to make, and they will make some moves. So, Yankees, living in the pitching world right now, Dominic. Living in the pitching world. So, Judge going to get moved? I don't think so now. And I don't think he will now. But I'll tell you this. I said this before. If they let Judge walk in the offseason, they better do enough this trade deadline to justify letting him walk. I can't see any other way. If they don't do that, right, and what do you call it? If they don't win, they let him walk and they don't give him enough back, they're going to get pounded. They're going to deserve it. They're going to deserve to get pounded. You know what I mean? So, well, we'll see, Princess Torres. I mean, Montas, they better go hard after Montas, and they better make it happen really quickly. Quintana or Syndergaard. Yeah, if I had to choose between the two, it would be Quintana, but he would be my second pitcher, not my first. Appreciate you too, Aaron Judge. Thank you, man. I think Cashman has something with the Angels. I don't know, man. I don't know, to be honest with you, Aaron Judge. I don't see the point of a Syndergaard trade. I just don't. But I would try hard to get Daniel Barr too from Colorado. And I do think Stanton will DH most of the time. Baby Bombers top pitching prospect from Ken Waldichuk will definitely. He's in AAA. He's dominating now in AAA. So I think he'll be in the rotation. If he's not traded, he'll be in the rotation in 2023. Yeah, I wouldn't want to throw him in the playoff race. That's a lot of pressure for a prospect. I wouldn't want to do that. And Musgrove is almost off the free agent market. They're finalizing a 5-year, $100 million extension with the Padres. So smart move on their part. I was hoping he would hit free agency because he was one of my top pitching targets for the Yankees this offseason. I think Waldichuk gets an invite to spring training and makes a team out of spring training. IKF is not a problem, Cole. We have bigger problems than IKF. I'm not worried about him. If it came down to the Yanks getting Ohtani or Soto, I'm taking Soto all day. Jack C, all day. We'll see if Judge breaks the home run. I'm not even thinking about it until he's in his 54, 55. He's still 20 home runs away, so it's too soon, at least in my opinion. So I'm not even thinking about that until he gets there. He's got to be at 54, 55 with like a month to go. And then, then I'll start thinking about it. I'm not a proponent of he's on pace for and blah, blah, blah. So that can change really quickly. Yeah, he made up for his defense today, Morpheus, no doubt, IKF. And yes, Musgrove has kind of found his groove in San Diego. Yes, yeah. If IKF gets hurt, then Peraza probably comes up if he's not traded. Who hit tonight? IKF and Judge. Yankees record is what? Yankees home run record is 61. Roger Maris in 1961. 61 and 61. Thank you so much for your JC. No, I appreciate you, don't I, man? Yankee fan from Medford, Mass. All right. Medford, Mass. I love it. When do we move Gallo? I think Gallo gets moved probably the day before the deadline, I'm guessing, which is Monday. I think they're locked in on trying to get pitching right now. And you can't blame them. They got to get pitching. They do. That's a bigger priority than moving Gallo. 61, 60. Yeah, 2020. Oh, that's a good point. 61, yeah. Do I trade Volpe, Peraza, Dominguez, Torres, and Waldichuk all for Soto? Not Waldichuk. I'd rather take Patrick Corbin's contract than trade Waldichuk. Personally, Jack C. Judge, thank you again, brother. Aaron Judge. No. So Judge getting paid $500. He's not getting $500 million. Everybody knows he's not getting $500 million. There's no way. If he gets $5, what's Soto going to get? $1 billion? He's not going to get more than Soto. I don't think so. If I'm wrong, I'd be surprised. But again, I could be wrong. Would I go to Big Aaron Judge's chamber for a night in exchange for Tiny something the Yankees? Yeah, I would, Marcus. Why not? What's up, Lung in the house, baby? Lung's in the house. And what's up, everybody? By the way, if you're new here, welcome to the 161. Hope you enjoyed enough to subscribe to the channel. Keep coming back. We do live streams like this on a regular after games, and we do all different types of stuff, breaking news and everything else. I'll keep you filled in on anything. I'm going live on trade deadline day also. That's going to be fun. So, and trade deadline day is going to be nuts. I mean, there's 2 big targets off the board right now, right? Castillo and Benintendi. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get crazy. And there's people that we're not even thinking about that are going to get traded. It always happens every year. Who thought Clay Holmes was going to? I didn't even know who Clay Holmes was last year. I didn't know he was. And now we love the guy. He's our best reliever. So, Ola, thank you so much, brother. Got a wedding tomorrow. Yeah, hit that like button, everybody. Thank you all. I appreciate you. Have a great time at the wedding. Be safe, man. Enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy yourself. Yeah, let's get over 200 likes, gang. See if we could do that. Judge won't get more than, I think he gets between 35 and 40, probably for 7 or 8 years. Yeah, Mega Millions is tomorrow. The drawing is tomorrow, right? It's $1 billion something tomorrow. Yep, Castillo to the Mariners this evening. And they were exactly coin slot. The Reds would not budge. They wanted Volpe. And look, they got the Mariners #1 prospect and #3 and #5. That would have been murder for the Yankees. See, that's like I said a little about. That's a Juan Soto return, not a Luis Castillo return. So they fleeced Seattle, and good for them. Good job, Cincinnati. Good job for them. So if we trade for Lopez, I would move Glaber in that. Of course, you add probably Oswald Peraza. You can even add Miguel Andujar in that. Add a couple of bats and maybe Everson Pereira hitting prospect. You can get a couple of. I mean, they want bats and they have pitching to give up. So you give them a bunch of offensive prospects. They don't need a Ken Waldichuk in Miami, so they have 100 other pitchers coming up. So that to me is a perfect trade. Glaber for Chisholm. It's going to cost a hell of a lot more than Glaber for Chisholm. You're probably going to have to go with Dominguez for Chisholm. Yes, he was. Kid Clientele. Volpe was the deal breaker. If there's any way, Tony, that we can get Lopez, Soto, and Bednar, man, that will be a game changer for the Yankees. Game changer, baby. Trout's got, he could have a career-threatening condition now with his back, so he's got to be careful. And he still has several years on his contract. Maybe 7 or 8 years or something like that. How you doing, man? I am good. Man, this thing's scrolling fast. What's good, Ocean Plays? Drew Phillips. I day trade and I teach martial arts. So I work from home. I work for myself, Drew. Sean, 8 years at 36 per. It could be. I would go 7 at 38, but that's just me. You know what? Yeah, we got 188. Let's get over 200 likes, gang. Really. Let's get over 200 likes. I'm liking this trend. I really appreciate you for supporting the channel, spending time with us, and your donos are appreciated. The like buttons are greatly appreciated. So I'm so glad we get to hang out together these nights. So Castillo's thrilled with the Reds right now. Probably, Greg. Probably. Yeah, the Mariners got fleeced. They got freaking fleeced. So don't be Music fan. They fleeced Seattle. That's a monster overpay. I think Judge gets $300 million at the end of the day. I don't see a chance in the universe where he gets $500 million. Now let's see if anything. I'm going to keep checking every couple minutes to see if something's popping up or Yankees are finalizing trades and blah blah blah. Let's see here. Nothing yet. Edwin Arroyo, pitchers Andrew Moore and Levi Stout. He also has Cincinnati. Yeah, I mean that's two shortstops and 2 pitchers from the Yankees. I mean that would, if that was the Yankees, they would have to given up Volpe, Peraza, Waldichuk, and probably Wisniewski. Would you have given that for Luis Castillo? There's no way in the world I would have done that. Just comparatively speaking. So, Long, what's up, man? The new boss of the house. She's running the show. I mean, I'm the bottom of the totem pole here, brother. She's good though, man. I appreciate you asking. Logan Gilbert's okay. And keep in mind too, Carpenter's he's kind of slumping right now too a little bit. So we got to get him back rolling. I wish A-Rod had the season. A-Rod's 3 or 4 time MVP. He had 50. He's got 54 once. He's got 56 once. He's got several 50 home run years. A-Rod, several. Bernie, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. If I win the Mega Millions, there's gonna be gifts for everybody that comes on this channel. Damn sure on that. Damn sure on that. Civvy, I like the 7 years, 40 million per. It might cost 8 years. A-Rod 54 and 07, yeah. And he won, I think, at least 3 MVPs. So, but A-Rod is one of the best right-handed hitters in the history of baseball. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that. So, juicing, unfortunately, but one of the best, even before he was juicing. So, Jeter's not going all-timers there. That's no surprise. Who's the oldest Yankee at all? I don't know, actually. I didn't even see who's going to be there. Could we compare the Judge season to Bonds' 2001 season? Let me check Barry Bonds' 2001. You're not talking about the 73 home run season, right? Because we can't compare that season. Like, we can't. 2001, he got, oh, what the freaking hell? Let's see here. 2001, 153 games. 73 home runs, 137 RBIs. Batted 320. No. No, man. I couldn't. There's no way I can compare that to. It's crazy. No. Bad dog 44. Yankees can front. It doesn't matter if you front load or back load. The average per season is still the same as it pertains to the payroll. So that's how it affects their spending. You know what I mean? Fiscally, like that's what the layout is for them, but it averages out. So even if it's 8 years, 300, and 200 of it is in the first 4 years and 100's in the last 4 years, it's still an average of 37.5 per year for payroll purposes. So, Andrew Hart can't give contacting from the left-hand side. And Andor has to be traded, so that's the bottom line too. And they're working hard to trade him. So I don't know why he's so down on him, but Benintendi is better than Andor. I mean, in my opinion, again, A-Rod won 2 MVPs with the Yankees. I think he won one with Texas, maybe one with Seattle. He's got at least three. At least 3. Chicken Parm's in the house. Chicken Parm. Volpe's got some pressure on him, but again, he won't be up until earliest mid-2023, though. I'm not really worried about Volpe right now. And they've got a lot of prospects. Let's see. Let's take a look at apparently the Yankees were close with their offer, but they just got not beat, according to Mark Feinstein. Yankees got beat. So there were a dozen teams that made offers for Castillo. That's more than made offers for Soto. So just to put that in perspective, that's crazy. The Yankees got beat out. I'm not sure if the Yankees were second, but that offer from Seattle is completely insane. So, Montas, let's see here. I agree with this guy, Adam Kaufman. If the Yankees don't get Montas, then you kind of have to get Soto. You have to. The score was 11-5 today, Richard. The Yankees won. They scored 8 runs in the 8th inning. 8 freaking runs. So, Scungili, I think if by missing out on Castillo, if they miss out on Montas also, then I think they kind of have to get Soto. They do. They do. Yankees' top prospects are ranked higher than the Mariners. Volpe, 8. Mariners, best is 18. Yeah, and he was their number 1. See, if they didn't have Stanton still, you could have just. I'm not. They could have both of them, honestly, Alan. I mean, they could. Stanton's not really the problem. So, Pablo Lopez, we've been talking about it from the Mariners join. Yeah, we'll take him. Yeah, I mean, Montas and Lopez would be phenomenal. There'll be 2 good trades. Salagasm, yes. Yankees win was a Yogi inning, 8 runs in the 8th. He's freaking flying this for my goodness. Could you compare Judge's season to Stanton's 2017? You could. I mean, we can't compare it now. You got to wait till the end of the season. Like I don't like judging people's season in July because we still have 2 months of season left, so you never know. Like I wait till the end of the season to make an honest comparison. You know what I mean? At least this is what I would do. But he's on track. He's headed for a hell of a season. That's for sure. And there's no denying that. Now let's see. Okay, now let's go to the network here and see if we're hearing anything. Just give me 1 second here, gang. Let me go to the network. Where is the network? Here we go. Oh, the Twins are playing the Padres here. So let's go to ESPN. ESPN. No, I'm not watching Elf. No, it's not on ESPN either. So I'm gonna keep the network on because they'll get some breaking news on the bottom with the network. So the Twins are playing the Padres. So anything that comes out, we'll get it. I don't think Soto's going to re-sign with the Nats either. But I'm hearing today that the Nats are going to make one more offer before the deadline. And if he says no, they're trading him before the deadline or at the deadline. So that fire Cashman? No, I don't think so, Sally guys. Why would you fire Cashman? Why would you do that? I wouldn't fire Cashman. It'd be kind of ridiculous. Oh my God, these freaking dating trolls. My God. That's ridiculous, man. All-timers day begins at 12. Yeah, game's at 1. Yep. Montas. He get an elbow. I think he had a shoulder thing. I think it's in his shoulder, word lifer. And porn trolls. The porn trolls love us, don't they, Billy? I mean, I know we're like good looking and handsome, but like, God, so many porn trolls. My goodness. I think we have to be probably the most. Oh, home run for somebody. Who the hell is that? Oh, Manny Machado. I can't tell. They're wearing like some green and yellow uniform, the Padres. So he's going to make moves, Sally guys. And they wanted Volpe and Peraza and more guys for a year and a half of Luis Castillo. I would have asked for him to be fired if he gave up that much for Castillo. You know what I mean? There's no way. No way. You know. That's way too much for Castillo. Again, that is a Juan Soto package. And again, look, they're not having to give it now. So they have these prospects that they could come in and swoop and get Soto, which would be freaking insane. Yes, I've said that, John. I worry about the Mets and the Astros, and to a lesser degree, the Blue Jays. Yeah, I got to get some megas tomorrow before the drawing, man. Richard, it's my pleasure, man. Thanks for coming on and spending time with us, and your support is greatly appreciated. Oh, man, 225. Let's get to 250 likes, gang, if we can. If anybody hasn't hit the like button, please smash that quickly if you don't mind. Yeah, what's up, buddy? Mazel tov. We lost Castillo. Yeah, Barlow, he got pounded the last 2 games by the Yankees, so they might be pivoting now from Barlow. Ohtani for top, probably, but not 1, 2, 3, 4. Not 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm not. Look, Cashman drew first blow with Benintendi. Benintendi was a good move. He's not done, and even Jack Curry said that he's not even close to being done. Now let's check it again while we're here. Let's check the Yankees feed right now to see if anything's breaking, if Jack Curry's reporting anything or passing or Feinzan. Let's have a look. Feinzan here. No. Judge. Frankie Montas. We know that. Aaron Judge. Nothing yet. But we have somebody saying the same thing. Yeah, if we're getting Jose Quintana, we better get David Bednar too from the Pirates. Yes, damn right. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, Yankees are being close to trading for. Yeah, Barn. Sorry, so nothing yet, but I agree with that sentiment. If we're gonna get Jose Quintana, they better get freaking David Bednar too. So Montas and bullpen arms, yes, we need. I think 2 bullpen arms, man. Torres, Dominguez, Gallo, Chapman, Donaldson. Alcantara is not being moved, El Rubio. They've said he's not being moved. I mean, I would try to get a blockbuster for Lopez and Chisholm. For Soto, Volpe, Dominguez, Peraza, Everson Pereira, and probably Gleyber Torres and another pitcher. I mean, or maybe a pitching prospect or another, to some degree, something like that. And if they want us to take Corbin's contract, then I'm going to say, okay, you got to give us back Volpe or Peraza. You got to give us back one of them. You want us to take Corbin's contract? You're giving us back one of these kids. It's got to be that way. That's my breakaway point. That's my breakaway point. So, yeah, Quintana cannot be the only starter they get if they get him. They just can't. Ohtani, well, he'll get a good contract, but he's going to be 27 too. So I don't know if he'll get a Soto level contract. Music fan, it's a pleasure, man. It's great to have you on. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I'm going to keep hustling and keep cranking things out. So you guys motivate me to keep making this channel better. I appreciate it. We passed 259. Let's try to get to 300 likes if we can. Who would the Yankees give up on Montas? It's a good question, Sean. Probably Luis Medina. Probably Everson Pereira. Ocean, I don't know if they'd offer it to me, but if they offered me the GM of the Yankees job, I'd take it. I would take it. Guys like that. It would cost probably 3 pretty good prospects. One of them maybe a top 5 prospect. One of them. Ohtani handle New York? I don't know. But at the end of the day, if I would take 2 pitchers over Ohtani. If we get Montas and Pablo Lopez, I would take that over Ohtani. In all honesty, and then we get a Bednar, I'd be all day. All day. But Montas and Pablo Lopez would be crazy. We'll go after. Okay, I'm only going after Quintana 47 hours if they're going after Bednar too. That's got to be the trade. I got to get Bednar or Brian Reynolds or all 3. I mean, if no Montas, I don't think so, Udo. I mean, again, I could be wrong too. They're getting a pitcher one way or another. One way or another, they're getting a pitcher, and they have to get a starter and a reliever. They have to, absolutely have to. So that would be a very big disappointment if the Benintendi was the only move that they made. Ocean plays my whole life. Yankee fan, my whole life. Diehard Yankee fan is when I went to Jim Abbott's no-hitter with my mom. That's when I fell in love with the Yankees. After that, I was hooked. I don't know if we have a chance to get. Probably. Look, nobody's talking about it. Cashman's not talking about it. So that's one of those moves I could see happening. And the fact that they've made him available, why not? That's a move I could see happening. And they have some kind of trade history with the Marlins too. So we'll see. We will see. Of course they are, Fernando. They're not going to move off IKF, and they still have him for next year too. IKF is not the big problem. I don't know why people keep saying he's the big problem. He's not the big problem here. Lopez would be perfect, yeah. Yes, IKF got the game-winning hit, the go-ahead hit, and the game-winning hit. Yep. And he's done that quite a few times this year. Texas, yeah, those like buttons. Bro, we're approaching 300 likes. It's phenomenal, guys. Phenomenal. And he's got a 15-game hitting streak. And one more fact. He is ranked 16th in baseball with hitting runners in scoring position. The only Yankee ahead of him is Aaron Judge. He's ahead of Jose Ramirez. He's ahead of Trey Turner. A lot of the big bats, IKF is ahead of with runners in scoring position, which is crazy. So, liability defensively, yeah, he needs to improve that. But, so was Jeter the first couple of years of his career. And there's no guarantee Peraza's talents are going to translate to the major league level. So if it does, then it's a different story. But I'm not, he's got to come here and be a backup first before he gets an opportunity to start. Judge reminds me of Jason. Jason John was very popular, man. He was one of the most loved players. He wasn't the most beloved players. And he took care of the young guys, which I really. John Boy hates. Yeah, I know. It's whatever. Floral Park, Long Island in the house. Friday. Man, thank you for coming on to the Yankees side, Doug L. Love it. The next trade maybe tonight or tomorrow. Now that Castillo's off the board, I think it can move the chess pieces a little bit quicker. I do think that. Now, let's see. Let's have a look. I mean, let's check some things here, okay? I'm going to check Jeff Passan. We'll check. Who else will we check? Mark Feinsand. Yeah, so he's the one that broke the Castillo trade. Passan, it looks like. My God, he's got like 10 tweets on Castillo. Okay, so every tweet so far is Castillo. Let me actually turn on the laptop to get a bigger screen here to see if we can. Give me 1 second. Get the other machine up here, so then I can go to Mark Feinsand and some of the other guys here. Mark Feinsand. Let's see who we got. Montas, Lopez, and Soto. Dude, if we got that, honestly, it would be crazy. It really would be crazy. They got all three of those guys. All right, Mark Feinsand on Twitter. Let's see what we got. He's one of the other more respected beat writers too, sports writers. Feinsand on Twitter. Let's see. What has he got? So the deal is official now. He broke the official of the deal with Castillo. He's the one who reported that the Yankees were close on Seattle. Yeah, but that also takes the Mariners out of the Juan Soto sweepstakes. So that takes one of their big suitors out too. So something to keep in mind too. That Feinsand tweeted that. So I didn't think that either. I didn't think of that. So that's a good point too. That's one less suitor for Juan Soto. So Soto could essentially fall into the Yankees' laps, maybe. So we'll see. We will see here. Jack Curry, because he broke the Benintendi trade. Let's check Jack Curry. Curry. Jack Curry. Where's Jack Curry's Twitter? Here we go. Excited to announce the book. He made Barlow feel the pain in the 8th inning. No, nothing yet from Curry. He's doing the post-game show too, so he might still be doing that as well. Jeff with the Luis Castillo show. Yeah, so he confirmed that Passan broke that. Yeah, nothing yet from Curry. Yeah, those three, Curry, Passan, and Ken Rosenthal, are the ones that kind of the most credible sources for Yankee news. Yeah, I get it, but I'm not saying, I can't blame the Yankees for passing that. That package was ridiculous. That was pure insanity for Castillo. 66 Ocean Plays? That would be serious, man. James Zags. Soto would, honestly, it would be nuts if you think it's Soto. But we'll see. Quintana. Do I think for Martinez? You mean JD Martinez, Princess? Probably not. They don't need him. If that's the Martinez you're talking about. Uh-oh. Home run. Padres just teeing off on Twins. Jorge Alfaro. Quintana boys. Exactly. We got to get enough stuff here, enough pieces here to win, to justify letting Judge walk if he walks. They need to have guys that are going to be in here. So, there's got to be a chance that they re-sign and extend Andrew Benintendi and some other folks. So they have to get some pieces with a couple of controllable years. They absolutely have to. And I agree, John. I think the Mets will make a big trade. Well, we are 8 away from 300 likes. Unbelievable. You guys are the best. The absolute best. Pablo Lopez, I'd be happy with. Hate Sam. I really would. Lopez to the Yankees, I would. Sixto Sanchez, yeah, but not more than Pablo Lopez. Another Mike Mussina would be. He would have been like Joe Musgrove, in my opinion. So yeah, Judge's value is through the roof. I hear you. I get it. I get it. Totally, man. We do have history with the Marlins. We have history with the Pirates. We have history with a couple teams. So, I mean, good teams to do it with. Wow, we just blew through 300 likes. Wow. Plesac, Russ Groen, Plesac from the Guardians. Plesac and Bieber would be phenomenal. Bieber would be my choice, my preference, but you can get both of them would be even better. Shane Bieber could be huge. Greg Hayes, I'm with you there. Bieber would be a huge get for the Yankees. You put Bieber behind, oh my God, yeah. And Jeter would probably made that Pablo Lopez trade with the Yankees. Do we know what the Yankees offer for Castillo? No, but they frontlined the package with Oswald Peraza. He was in the offer, but Cincinnati was not budging off of Volpe also. He wanted Volpe to go along with Peraza and then more. So that we know the Reds would not budge off Volpe. And again, they got the Mariners' #1 prospect. So essentially their version of Volpe was a shortstop too. I take either Beaver or Plesac. Yeah, I would too. Beaver would be my big time preference. I think we need 2 Ocean plays, 2 starters. I do. And a reliever or 2 also. Otani, yeah, he big time. He's like known as the Japanese Babe Ruth because of his positional talent. So he's big time popular. Now Matsui fit here like a glove. He was perfect here, Matsui. So I don't know if he's the same type of guy. So, but again, I don't see him being moved. I think Gallo gets traded probably Sunday or Monday, Sean. And Andujar. I think Andujar gets traded too. Bad Dogs, what's up, my man? We did talk about it last night. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that crazy, Bad Dog? I mean, what this trade for Castillo is, my God, that is a haul. I mean, I'm glad that Seattle got fleeced and not the Yankees. This allows them to pivot over. And I don't know if you agree with me, Bad Dog, but if they pivot over and overpay for Montas, the overpay for Montas is not as much as the overpay for Castillo. They could still get Montas and another starter or something like that. So I could see something like that happen. The Yankees did offer Peraza, but Cincinnati was not budging off of Volpe. They wanted Volpe and Peraza. So that is a Juan Soto return, not a Luis Castillo return. So I'm not disappointed that the Yankees passed on this demand because that's insanity, in my opinion. I mean, I would have been more upset that they gave up that much for Castillo and then didn't extend like that. Yeah. So I'm okay with this trade. I'm okay with this. So I really am. And again, the Mariners, I'm just glad and I said this, a pitcher's definitely going to be overpriced. Castillo just set the market through the roof for pitchers. But Seattle did give up a ton. Bad Dogs. I mean, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So I'm glad the Yankees passed. Bad again. Yeah, that's how we do it, man. We're trying to make a difference here, Bad again 7-7. And it's nice seeing some folks like Bad Dog up here. I mean, I did a recording with Bad Dog that's coming out tomorrow, gang. So if you can be on the lookout, that's coming out tomorrow morning. We had a great conversation, and we clicked well, we flow well together, and I'm looking forward to working with him again, hopefully real soon. So that was a lot of fun. Then again, that's coming out tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. So, and I'll obviously put out a video tomorrow about the breaking news on Castillo, and you never know, we might get a breaking news here for the Yankees. I keep checking. Yeah, absolutely, Bad Dog. I keep checking here, but yeah, I mean this set the standard really high for pitchers. Like, honestly, Michael Ryan's all good. Honestly, Montas is going to cost a lot, but he's not going to cost as much as uh, Castillo. But now you're going to have to pay more than you would like to for Montas or Pablo Lopez. You're going to have to pay more. And that's just the way it's going to be, unfortunate. King Breezy, this is live. Yes, sir. It is live. And I know people keep bringing up Quintana, but Quintana to me has to be the secondary piece. Martin Perez has to be the secondary piece to a Montes, to a Pablo Lopez, or if they want to go for the gusto, a Shane Bieber or something like that. So Syndergaard would be a secondary piece for me too. And I got you, King Breezy, man. It's all good. And Manaea is no longer with the A's. He got traded to the Padres, old man. Yeah. He got traded to the Padres. The Padres acquired like 5 starters, which is crazy. And they didn't fork up a top 5 prospect for any of them. They went through they had crazy depth. They gutted the depth, and they, got a lot of guys. And they're extending Joe Musgrove to 5 years, $100 million. So they're keeping that guy. And I think he was probably their best trade. So congratulations to the Padres. Zach Gallen's intriguing as well. He's a guy I would look at. But again, I would to me now, Montas is clearly their number 1 target, right? And we'll see what happens. I'm curious to see what the pivot's going to be. And again, we don't know what kind of pivot Cashman's going to make. He just pivots it. He just pivots, right? So that's what we know. Now, let me take a look again here and see if there's anything popping up on the Yankees feed that we might be needing to know about. So while we're here, yeah, I mean, the Mariners give up a haul, and that's it. So I mean, they're going for it. I'm still a little puzzled because I can't see them passing Houston, but you never know. This also sets them up for next year, and I think they'll be aggressive this offseason. So, and I've said this before, I think they're going to be a little bit more active in free agency this offseason to try. It's like a two off-season project, right? They made the first moves with Robbie Ray and a couple other guys. Now they added a guy to complement Robbie Ray. So you got Ray and Castillo now. So, I mean, that's a nice one, too. It really is a nice one, too. And then you got the kid, right? Julio Rodriguez, just kind of a young superstar. Like, I think they're going to keep adding. Now, let's see here. So the Yankees told the Reds from the outset that they would not include Anthony Volpe, but they did add Oswald Peraza. So no wonder they took the massive overpay from the Mariners. So who wouldn't? That's a crazy overpay. Who wouldn't take it? So now let me see if there's anything else here. But yeah, I would agree. There's no excuse why they can't trade for Frankie Montas now. I mean, and he throws darts too. 97, 98, 99. Again, the premium on him. Is going to be high, but not as high as Castillo. But even so, who cares? The Yankees can get Montas. Who told you they can't get Montas, Allegazza? What are you listening to? Yeah. Josh Bell, I mean, they could, but they have Ronald Guzman, who's a power-hitting left-handed hitter in the minor leagues. So he was from Texas. They don't really need a Josh Bell. I could see a guy like that going to Houston or something. So I just can't see it. But, I mean, I don't, I'm not all-knowing. So it could happen. It could happen. He's just, to me, he's not a priority. So, yeah, I mean, Peraza's good. Don't get me wrong. Peraza's good. And he's getting better. When do I think the next move is happening for the Yankees? Probably tomorrow, Joey. What move? I don't know. But again, I agree with that other person who said if you're going to get a Jose Quintana, you better get David Bednar with him. I mean, that's the only thing that really justifies that trade with the Pirates for me. So, and David Bednar, we got that hulking reliever you could put right near the bullpen, and then you try to go and make it. Could you imagine getting David Bednar and Gregory Soto from the Tigers? I mean, you would be lights out in the bullpen. Because, I mean, the last thing I want to do is overwork Clay Holmes, right, and pitch him out of order and stuff like that. I don't want to do that. And, Chapman was good today, so I like seeing that. But we don't have King, and, Britton I'm not banking on. So Abreu was okay. I'm not banking on Herman. You'd like this. 2 arms like that would make me feel I'd sleep a hell of a lot better at night. I would. I really would. So Pirates want a ton for Ben, and they're going to get a ton for Bednar. Yes, there's no doubt. But Bednar's not going to cost as much as Luis Castillo. Well, actually, he might because he's under control until 2027. So Zach Britton, Fernando, they still have him. He's in his last year as well. So and Marinaccio, I like him too. But again, I think a couple of proven major leaguers to complement these young kids would be a wise idea. I don't want to put all that pressure on Sears and Clark Schmidt and Marinaccio. And if they did it and they exceeded, then fantastic. But I don't want to bank on that. I just don't. So we'll see. This is what's fascinating about the trade deadline, right? And this is what's fascinating. And again, this is going to keep getting better and more exciting, and it's going to get crazy. It really is. So, and 2 of the big dominoes have fallen, but there's still lots of dominoes still out there. So a lot of chess pieces to still be, to still be had and to still be moved. So, and again, like I said a little while ago, there's going to be people that we're not even thinking about that are going to get traded at the deadline. Just like last year, I never thought Clay Holmes would be moved. I didn't know who he was before he came to the Yankees. So that's the type of move I can see Cashman making. So, well, Bed-Stuy, he is, but I would have prospected after that Castillo trade too. Not necessarily Saligazin. There's other guys I would be, what do you call it? I'm not banking. I'm not ruling out the Yankees. The fact that they added Benintendi tells me that they're going to make more moves. They're going to make more moves. So, what do we got? Exactly, Bad Dog. There's guys out there that can help us. And again, I don't know about you and you guys and gals, but I would take Montas and Pablo Lopez somehow over Juan Castillo and Luis Castillo. I would. Or whatever, Lopez and Martin Perez over Luis Castillo. I think, Luis Castillo is obviously a needle mover, but Pablo Lopez could be that too. And again, that second guy, I think, and we talked about that last night too, man. That we're having a 7-game series. Seeing that first 2 or first 3 guys twice that's going to be really hard. Like, you have the DeGrom and the Scherzer. Brutal. And the Yankees need that type of stuff at the top as well. So Lopez is definitely a clear number 2. He would be a number 2 in the Yankees. But yeah, I don't know about better than Castillo, but he's close and he's got an extra year of control, so that the Yankees aren't constantly having to deal with these guys that become free agents. And keep in mind, Joe Musgrove is going to be off the market, so now is a good time to trade for somebody with an extra controllable year. Musgrove would have been my target in free agency, but he's going to be off the market because they're finalizing his extension. So I'm not banking on Jacob deGrom. And again, with him staying healthy, we don't know. We just don't know. So Joe just hitting me. Yeah, he's hulking the ball right now. He's hulking it, man. Castillo said he was actually willing to cut his hair to come to the Yankees. But again, the Reds were insisting on Volpe and Peraza. So I wouldn't have done it either. Volpe and Peraza for Castillo? No way. Not for a year and a half for Luis Castillo. No freaking way. No way. So I wouldn't have done it. Andujar's a big... Yeah, I think Andujar's going to go to Miami in some kind of trade. Scott Barlow, I liked him, but he didn't look too good against the Yankees. They beat him up tonight. They beat him up last night, but that doesn't necessarily take him off the board for me. He's still behind David Bednar, in my opinion. So, and that to me is important. And Bednar is still my guy, but again, there are other guys that can help us. It really is. We can bring in quantity and still be good. So yeah, Miggy to the Marlins is just way too good. I liked Barlow, but he wasn't my guy. He was behind Bednar, Alexander. He was always behind Bednar. He got his butt kicked by the Yankees, but again, when it comes to the Yankees, he doesn't have to face the Yankees. So I wouldn't rule him out. They can get him, But Bednar to me is the guy to get. big. He reminds me of like Liam Hendricks. He's just a stocky, hard throwing beast, dude. So yeah, exactly. We can't give up two. You can't give up like Seattle can give up 1-3, but the Yankees can't. Not for Luis Castillo. And I would have held on that same position. Like I can't get you. You can't have Volpe. I'm sorry, but you can't. Like you just can't. Can't have Volpe. So like if we're talking Volpe, you're gonna have to add Alexis Diaz, that young dynamic reliever. You're gonna have to add some stuff if you want Volpe. Sorry, but it's got to be that way. So Bobby Jenks 2.0, it could be. Vol if they somehow get Soto, like if I think if they strike out on Montas and a couple of the stars, then the logical move is to pivot to Soto. And yeah, I can't see a scenario in the world where they get Soto without Volpe. So don't be disappointed, Mr. X. I mean, I thank you for the dono, but we need a Castillo. But again, at that price, they dodged a bullet. They dodged a bullet. And I think that's the best way I could think of it as. So they dodged a bullet. Now again, Michael Fulmer and Gregory Soto from the Tigers would be phenomenal. And you can do it all in one trade. So I don't know if it's doable, but yeah. I mean, balling. I'm hesitant. Volpe. I'm only moving Volpe for Juan Soto. Like I really am. So judge for Soto, yeah, General. That the Nationals won't do that. I doubt that. Montez and Lopez. Yeah, I think I agree. I agree. Yeah, the price tag was insane for Luis Castillo. So they set a whole new a whole new acquisition threshold for starting pitcher for this deadline. So teams are going to be afraid now. And like it was pivoting already from a seller's market to a buyer's market, but I don't know if the buyer's market's going to be on the pitching side. So that's my big worry now. We'll see. We'll see. Would I trade a World Series title for Volpe? World Series. That's a question, I guess, for an acquiring team. I don't like linking anybody here to World Series titles because it's a collective effort. So, but the Yankees are not any close to being done. They're not close to being done. So, yeah. Wow, 351 likes. Wow, that's awesome. I appreciate anybody, and if anybody hasn't hit the like button, please do. And we'll try to get to 400 if we can. But it's crazy. I get spell check all the time, Ryan. So sometimes I type too fast and I type gibberish. So Severino, that's a couple of weeks, Aiden. I mean, because he's got the shutdown period and he's gonna have to ramp back up. So I maybe mid-August, maybe, and I think when he does, he's got to be in the bullpen. Anything different about the trade? Next time going Kia from Castillo, Moses down again. I'm not banking on that. And again, him mowing us down is mowing us down. Okay, let him. But I'm not too worried about that because I don't see. I mean, the Mariners could make the postseason. They could get a wild card. So I think that's probably their logic to adding a guy like Castillo because anything can happen in the playoffs. So I get that. And they need something like that to go up against Houston. I'm just glad Houston doesn't have him. I don't want to face him. I really don't want to face him. Again, thank you again for the donor. I appreciate your generosity, folks. DeGrom, yeah. I worry about that. I mean, his upside is true to the universe, but it's just they need some reliability here for the Yankees. I mean, we don't have to worry about reconstructing the rotation every year. That to me is now. You know what I mean? Andujar, Peraza, Dominguez for Lopez. I'm not sure it would cost that much, Brandon. Andujar, Peraza, yes, I would try to replace Dominguez with Gleyber Torres. And then just wait, you try to get Joey Wendell back if you can. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate that hitting the like, man. Yeah, they went on Montas is now their number one target, as far as we know. Now, I'm kind of like 50 Cent. I don't believe what people say because unless you hear from Cashman himself, but We'll see what he does. I mean, Cashman, this is what he does. Like, I didn't think they were just going to strike the other night and get Benintendi. I didn't. I really didn't. So you would include Volpe in a trade for Otani if we can keep Rossi. That's a tough one, Taylor. I mean, I think I think if you polled that like 100 people, I think they'd probably be 50-50. Some people would, some people they would. Some people might want to swap Volpe for Peraza. That's a tough one. I mean, it really is. Stanton will be back. So he's on a 10-day IL, but it's retroactive to the 24th. But I think he'll be, like I like to be conservative. So if it's 10 days, I'm not expecting him back probably until like 20 days, like full blast again. Because Achilles tendonitis for a guy that big can be a little problematic, and then he needs his legs to be able to hit. So I'm saying 20 days instead of 10, and I hope I'm overshooting my landing. I hope it's less than 20 days. That's the way I look at it. Volpe, yeah. I mean, Volpe's still adapting too. Like, all these guys are adapting. Like Jason Dominguez is adapting to high A now. Like Everson Pereira to double A. Like they're just like Ken Wolochuk was promoted to triple A this year. He's adapting. They're adapting well, but again, it takes some time. It really does. Yeah, DJ too could be second. Yeah. I mean, Wendell brings in versatility. Like I would move him. I mean, I don't mind keeping DJ second. I really don't. I really don't. Cashman never gets. Yeah, Cashman very rarely gets fleeced in trades. I can't think of. He might make trades that don't work out, that don't pan out, but doesn't get fleeced. I can't think of on one hand the times that Cashman's been fleeced. I just can't. So Dominguez has crazy light tower power too. So let me see now. Let's see if is there anything updated here on the Yankees? Let's see. I'll keep checking for you guys and gals as long as I'm on here. 9 minutes. Yeah, no. Yeah. Volpe was my cutoff point too. That was my walkaway point for Castillo. So I don't mind that the Yankees didn't make that move. I really don't. And again, look, some folks don't even want to give up Volpe for Otani. Why would we give him up for Luis Castillo? Some people don't want to give him up for Soto. I mean, I don't understand why that one is, but like, it is what it is. Montas or Lopez, Marcel. I think it's going to be one or the other. I know they're in on Montas hard, and I don't really hear of Lopez. So right now, I'm going to choose Montas. But again, Cashman never tells us what the hell he's going, what he's doing, what he's thinking. So that's part of the frustrating thing about Cashman. It's also part of the fascinating thing, in my opinion, about Cashman. So, yeah, exactly. And Bad Dog said that too. Short said the Yankees were close. It sounds as if they might have been runner-up. But the fact that they did not want to include Volpe, it kind of was the equalizer, I suppose. And the Seattle package was massive. Absolutely massive for Luis Castillo. So you can't blame Cincinnati for holding out, and well done for Cincinnati for getting that return. I mean, that's well done, really well done. DJ's right now our utility guy. He plays multiple positions, but he could be our second baseman, which means I'm okay moving Gleyber Torres in if we can get a frontline pitcher. Yes. Cost of Soto's contract. Yeah, I mean, Soto's contract's going to be completely nuts. Bad Dog. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Donaldson and Gallo for sunflower seeds, dude. Like, it's brutal, man. And like you said too, like Donaldson's going to become if Donaldson doesn't get moved again, Donaldson's going to become the new Gallo. Here, all the claws and all the venom is going to go right to Josh D. If he doesn't pick up his offense, he's almost like becoming the right-handed Joey Gallo. It's like, oh my God. So he's got to pick things up, or they got to move him. See, Rodon, Jordan, I like, but the problem is Rodon is not. He breaks down after like 120, 130 innings. He's already past his 110 inning threshold, which triggered his opt-out so he can come and get a new deal next year. And like, I don't want to acquire him and give up top capital for him for a couple of innings and then have him break down because he's past his innings thing. That to me is too dangerous. I would rather have the front of the year instead of the back of it. So I worry about a Rodon. He was dominant this year. He was awesome, but I think he'll break down again. So the injury concern is there for me. So, again, but Rodon is elite. Like Nestor Cortez was elite in the first half of the season, right? He's hitting an innings limit. So at some point it's going to happen. Like Rodon's the same way. Phenomenal first half of the season, but he breaks down. And this has happened to him before. This is a historical thing with Rodon. It happens, right? So we have to be careful. But yeah, I mean, my guess is they're going to pivot hard to Montas. Montas and Syndergaard will be nice, but Montas to me and Martin Perez, we need another two reliable starters. Martin Perez comes from the left-handed side. I'd love to get a righty and a lefty. So because I worry sometimes about Jordan Montgomery. So I just worry. In the spring, they mentioned Blackburn from EA, so he could be everybody's a Montas. Yeah, Blackburn's kind of underrated. Blackburn, he was an all-star this year. He's had an underrated, very productive season. So why not? Logan Webb would be nuts if you can get him from the Giants. I don't know if they'd move him though. Would I be okay with Molly and Quintana for the rotation? Molly's not vaccinated, so that could pose a problem. So if they happen to get Toronto in the postseason, it could cause an issue. But his production, I wouldn't mind. Fortrain's got a massive update about Montas. Give it to us. We know the Yankees are in the front. He's the number one target. But what do you got, Fortrain, for us? Come on, give it to us. Donaldson's back. Yeah, I mean, Donaldson's reeling, man. He sucks right now. He really does. And before Stan got hurt, he sucked for a couple weeks too. Like, we need him to pick things up, man. We do. But, sunflower seeds, or maybe we could trade him for, a couple of coloring books and some Crayolas or something. I don't know what the hell we're going to get for him. Honestly, like, what? Yeah, I don't know. According to CBS Sports, Montas was lifted after one inning, after giving up 1-1. Tonight? Fortrain? He was lifted? Let's see. Does that mean... Hold on. Let me pull this up. Well, that's... Montas lifted after one inning, huh? Let's confirm this. Oakland. Oakland won 7-1. He didn't pitch today. Caprillion pitched today. Oh, wait, am I on the right day? Yeah, Friday. It doesn't look like he pitched tonight. Unless would they have a doubleheader? Athletics 7-3. So it looks like James Caprillion started. Not Montas, and he threw 6 innings. So I don't see him here in the lineup. I mean, in the box score. So that might be a spoof, man. That might be a spoof. Yeah, they signed Ryan Weber and they signed Shane Green to minor league contracts. So they're back in there too. And I think they're going to keep using them for optioning and stuff like that. So, yeah, they brought both of them back. Yeah, Montas, he's relatively good against Houston. Yeah, it looks like it might have been a spoof article there for Train. That happens around this time too. We get spoof stuff. So that on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday's different. I mean, Sunday's not tonight. Removed from his start on Sunday and replaced him. I mean, that I could see. On Sunday, he was removed and expecting to be traded. Like, I could see that. But yeah, he did pitch Houston. Yeah, actually, he did pitch against Houston. So, Ohtani haters. Yeah, I mean, look, Ohtani's good, man. He's good. He's a better hitter than he's a pitcher. But, I mean, if he came here, the Yankees would find a way to get him. I mean, to find a way to put him in there, no doubt about it. Donaldson and Gallo for broken chair. Broken chair are like a really stinky sofa. Like 10,000 people, like that musty, nasty sofa. That would be a good get. You know what I'm talking about, those Nasty. So Conforto's out for the whole entire year. He had surgery. He's not going to be back until next year. So he had surgery. Yeah, he's done for the year. Lopez innings exceeded last year, right? Pablo Lopez, yeah. Well, I mean, look, if they, I don't know if the Giants are going to move Logan Webb. I mean, if you can get him, he's going to cost a. That's another guy you get Volpe for. You're not getting Logan Webb without freaking Anthony Volpe. There's no freaking way. So James with Castillo, probably Montas or Lopez, or I mean, I'm hoping Shane Bieber, guys like that. I mean, we keep hearing Quintana, but like Quintana cannot be the guy. He has to be number 2 of 2 pitchers. Is that he's not a needle mover like that. It's not going to put the Yankees over the top. Like I mean, you can't see like after the deadline say, "Oh, you got to go take it down," like, and expect that to be enough. No way. No. It's Wilson Contreras. I mean, I think it would be nice, but again, he could fit here. But I think his impact in Houston or his impact in Queens would be greater than in the Bronx. So I think those teams are probably willing to overpay for him more. So that's the way I see it. I mean, I think he's going to wind up with the Mets. So, I think he's going to wind up with the Mets. Conforto is going to return. Yeah, I mean, I don't really buy anything Boris said. Whatever. Conforto's healing fast. I mean, good for him. I mean, I'm not doing anything on Conforto, so Yankees don't need him. I mean, I hope if they don't trade Volpe, he turns out to be the stud that that we know him to be in the minor leagues. I really do. He's been clutch too. He's got that clutch gene, so I like that gene. I really do. Martin Perez from Texas is probably gettable for some young prospects, and I expect Texas to be aggressive as well in the offseason and try to make some big moves too. But I could see them moving in Martin Perez just for some young prospects. The Cards seem to be one of the Cards and the Padres seem to be the favorites right now for Soto. I mean, what does it tell you? Every team's at? Yeah, but I mean, Volpe's that special. Hirsch, exactly. Every team wants Volpe. So it's just, just like last year, every team wanted Julio Rodriguez from the Mariners. Everybody wanted him, right? So it just goes to show you he's a special prospect. White Sox traded away Tatis for big. Yeah, yes, they did. Look at Tatis now. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Kevin. They didn't necessarily pass up. They got outbid by a mile by the Mariners. And you know what? Good for the Reds for fleecing the Mariners. So, and good for the Yankees for dodging a bullet. I mean, had they paid that much, then it would have limited their ability to make other trades. When you think about it. So it's smart. It's smart. Tatis, Padres need Tatis, yeah. And yeah, I mean, the overpay by the Mariners is well beyond anything I can say. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So I think Volpe can make it up next season. I could see him making AAA this year. So I could. I mean, you hope the Yankees get now Castillo guy. Montas or Pablo Lopez. Or again, in a fantasy world, Shane Bieber. Or this other kid, Tarek Skubal, that everybody's talking about. Tarek Skubal from Detroit. There's a lot of people talking about him too. So I don't know enough about him to really formulate a good opinion on it, though. But yeah, we're almost at 400 likes. Wow, 382. I'm happy to get there. If you haven't hit that like button, please do. Yeah, Tarek Skubal. I mean, Skubal. Okay. 4 years of team control. He's pretty nasty lefty. So I we'll see. I don't know that he's available, but the Tigers, they're not as good as they thought they were going to be. So Like they've lost Eduardo Rodriguez, who just started tossing again. He was away from for like months on a personal leave, so not even for an injury. So I'm not exactly sure what happened there. So you can get Schoolboy, you get him, but he's a guy you might have to give a Volpe for. Tarek Skubal. Nice, up to 393 likes. Got 7 to go, baby. Yeah, I mean, Cole had a good game today. He was dealing. And that one inning, I mean, the defense really let him down, and he threw 2 bad pitches. So, I mean, it would have been nice that he got through it, but he didn't. But he got bailed out, got the no season. I think he had 9 or 10 strikeouts still, so he was fine except for that one inning. So, what is the 161 Mafia live streams likes record? One time when the lockout ended, like when everything just ended, and we were back up and running, I had one to celebrate, and I think I had like 500 likes. So I'd like to try to get, like when I go live next week for trade deadline trade deadline on Tuesday. I'd love to get 500 or maybe beat that if we can. But again, I'll be live for like probably 3, 4, 5 hours, so the chances of it happening are probably greater, because I'll be on longer. So and I'm going to wrap up in a second. Wow, 400 likes. I mean, guys and gals, all of you are the best. You're awesome. You really are. You think Herman Marquez could be? I don't know. I mean, he was a guy that I was interested in before, but I don't know, honestly. I don't know. Trade IKF with Miggy to Miami for Wendell. I mean, I would expand the trade. I would want to add Gleyber Torres and prospects and try to get Wendell and Lopez, if that's the case. One plug. I mean, theoretically that would be nice, but I don't know if Bogart's definitely not going to go to the Yankees, but I could still see him being moved. I could see JD being moved before. The what do you call it? I don't know if I see JD being moved before Bogarts. Nor the great. Rodon to the Yankees. Just kidding, that trick. You asking me in the same sentence if you trick me? Of course. You're pranking us, Nora. Yeah, too much. Let's see. No, I get it. Can we get a Wendell and Lemon? I'm thinking they can. Oh, I don't think they can get without giving up Gleyber. I don't think they need to give up Volpe in that package. They can give up Gleyber, Oswald Peraza, and some other guys, I think. Castillo and Cole head to head. Maybe. Davey. Yeah. Dude, Gregory Soto to the Yankees, I'd be pretty happy with Capone. I really would. That'd be a nice addition to this bullpen. Do it, AC. Do it, Ballin. I love it. Report all those trolls, man. Adam King. I've heard of him, but I don't know enough. Fortunately, I don't know enough. Yeah, but dude, Jeter struggled his first couple years when he was working through the system, and then in his first year defensively or second year defensively with the Yankees himself. Like, he got better throughout his career. And again, one of the things that, his range is not the same as a guy like, and his arm wasn't, he's got a strong arm, but like Carlos Correa is, ridiculous. But Jeter always played at the right spot. And so he knew exactly where to play, which made his plays more effective. Like, and again, the guy's a Hall of Famer. He's a multi-bottom. He's a 10-time or 11-time Gold Glover. So, like, he got better, obviously. So, I mean, he got better big time. IKF, Miggy, Florial, Peraza, Torres, Wisniewski, Medina. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gee, I mean, that's a pretty robust return. It might be, I'm guessing. Oh, when we go live with the trade deadline, I'm probably going to have like 10,000 porn trolls. We're going to have like Ron Jeremy. It's just going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts, but it's all good. Sean Manea Siciliano, he got traded to the Padres from the A's. So I don't see him going anywhere. Alfonso Soriano had a better career than Robinson Cano. He also wasn't popped twice for juicing either. So Cano, I think, was more talented, had a better upside. But yeah, Soriano had a better career. Thank you, Ben Myers. I appreciate it, man. Over 400 likes, man. I'll have the Mac and the pie on trade deadline day. Believe me, that's part of the agenda. It is part of the agenda. So I don't know, Andrew. I'm not really worried about IKF errors and stuff. I mean, he made up for it with his bat tonight. And that's it. I'm moving on. Moving on. What I think was a better player, I mean, A-Rod by a mile. By a mile. There's no, I mean, it's not even close. You know? But I like what Jeter said. Jeter just wanted to be a Yankee. A-Rod wanted to be a superstar. It's, you know? I mean, Jeter's got the better reputation, and he's in Hall of Fame, so, but A-Rod was miles ahead of him in terms of talent. I mean, and then their stats are not near miles apart from each other, too. So, that's my take on that. Would it be possible to move Severino? And I would move Severino to the bullpen. Brian, I do think they need to get 2 starters. I'm with you there. Severino to me just makes more sense to put him in the bullpen when he comes back. I worry about him staying healthy. You know, I worry about him staying healthy. But A-Rod was the generational player at the time. He was so light years ahead of everybody. So he's one of the best right-handed hitters of all time. So Bernie too. I love Bernie Williams. But of course, we all think the Yankees are going to make some moves, Joe. And Joe, yes, I do. We do. Doesn't look like it's happening tonight, but you never know. We could wake up tomorrow and find out that the Yankees made moves. You know, that could be it. And totally fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. So, it's all good. It's all good. But let me let you all go. We're running on 2 hours now. I don't think the big move's going to happen tonight. Now, I think it would have happened already. I think I think a couple of moves will happen tomorrow, Mark. I think the Yankees might make a move now that Castillo's off the board. It kind of opens up the chessboard a little bit for some more maneuverability. So, yeah, I do think something happens tomorrow. And I do think the Yankees will I think now that Castillo's off the board, even with the high prices, other teams are probably going to swoop in and try to steal Montas because they know Yankees needed Castillo, right? They know they're after him hard. But they know the Yankees are going to be on all these other guys. So I could see teams trying to jump in aggressively. Like the Astros are going to jump in on even though the Astros are getting Lance McCullers back, I think they're going to jump in on guys like Contreras and Bednar, like some bullpen guys. So, and the Mets are going to be aggressive too. So I think it'd be wise for the Yankees to make a move real soon. So, but let me let you all go. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for coming on, spending some time with us. And I'll definitely be here. We'll be live streaming after the game tomorrow afternoon. It's Old Timers Day. The Yankees play in the afternoon. So have a great night, and thank you so much for your time and your donos. Like always, peace and love. Over and out.